Hey Polish Pals! Today I have 2 months worth of polish pickup goodies to share with you. These goodies came from the June and July pre-orders. July is unlike every other month. If you are new to polish pickup, I will leave more information down below, but every July is polish pickup rewind, which allows the makers to bring back one item in the shop and one in their own shop. So it's a perfect time to pick up some goodies you may have missed or even a backup of something you really enjoyed. I did a little bit of both, so let me show you what I grabbed for June and July. My June order was fairly small. I grabbed the painted polish, which was absolutely gorgeous. It is in this tone of blue that I've really been enjoying lately, and it has some really pretty like metallic-y rose gold type of little flakies in there. This one is called Ohana Means Family, and this one definitely feels like a really beautiful formula. This one I felt like could be opaque in one coat, which is really surprising, but I did go ahead and do it in two on the really large nail wheel. I definitely feel like short nails could use this in one coat, but again, I did go in two just for that full manicure feel on this super large, long nail. This one is a really pretty color, and again, the formula was gorgeous on this. The next one I have here is Oh My Glob by Danglefoot, and my goodness, is this shifty and beautiful. It's got these blue reflective glitters as well, and on the nail, it takes a very pink to gold face. Really pretty, and I really like the twinkles from the reflective. I've kind of been on a reflective kick. I'm actually wearing a Danglefoot reflective right now, so I really like that formula, and this one was a 3-coat formula, and again, this one was Oh My Glob. Now jumping into that rewind month, I started this one with a bang. I grabbed a cult favorite. I swear that this polish has like a cult following. This one is Dreamland Lacquer Shake Your Shamrock, and now I see why. This is like radioactively glowing green. I mean, this is amazingly poppy and glowy. Love this one, and I found this one to be perfectly opaque in 2 coats. I do feel like the formula is really beautiful as far as application goes, but I do feel like this takes on a slightly matte finish on dry down. Absolutely gorgeous with that blue glow. I love this one. I'm so glad to finally have this in my collection. The next one is actually one that I passed on the first time and totally kicked myself for. This one is so cute. This one is Blast Off 2.0. This one is a Baja Blast inspired polish. Really pretty. Love the color. I feel like it's super on theme, and there is a really pretty glow in here as well. There's a super pretty shimmer in here, as well as hollow flake, and it's just so shifty. I love that. It's a really cool finish, and this one I did go ahead and put on the wheel in 3 coats for opacity. This next one is pretty different from the polishes that I have in my collection, and I don't really wear very many dark polishes, yet this one was really calling my name. This is a really glowy, dark, bluey polish. I say bluey because it is only a blue to purplish kind of glow, whereas the base is actually like a charcoaly gray type of color. Really kind of deep and pretty. You could wear this any time of year, but I feel like this is very wintry. I really like this color. Again, really different from the blues that I have in my collection. This does have a hollow flake, and I believe this is the first cameo colors that I have in my collection. This one is called Ghostly Guard, and it has this gorgeous purpley, blue, pinky shimmer, just so pretty. This one was 3 coats to opacity to let that shimmer build up, and again, love that glow. The next 3 polishes are all magnetics, starting with this glorious Flaky Bomb style magnetic polish. I was super attracted to this as a reptile mom. This looks like dragon scales to me, and I absolutely had to have it. It's got this gorgeous, glowing green to gold type of flaky mini in there, and on extreme angles, it does shift to blue, and there is like a reddish hue in there as well. Those flakies are what pulls in the magnet, and then you get kind of a black backdrop. Really, really pretty. With this one, I went ahead and did 2 coats and then magnetized a 3rd coat. This one is called Back to Nature by Sweet and Sour Lacquer. This next polish is also a 3-coat magnetic formula. This one is a grayed out, like mauvey purpley type of base, and then it's got this like mauvey golden type of shimmer. That shimmer does pull as a magnetic, and there is some fleck in here, both some golden fleck, some micro copper fleck, and some hollow flake it looks like. Here you can see in the bottle that copper fleck is actually the shifting shimmer that pulls magnetic. Really, really pretty. This one is KB Shimmers, wave after wave. Such a cool magnetic polish. I could definitely see myself wearing this one for the upcoming fall. The next 2 polishes are actually backup bottles. This first one is another magnetic polish, probably the most interesting one in my collection. When I saw this was coming back, I knew I either needed a backup bottle or I was going to have to buy Grandma a bottle. Grandma ended up purchasing a bottle, and I ended up purchasing a backup bottle. It's just that good. Like, we needed a couple bottles in the fam because we kind of share each other's polish collection, and that is a super stunning beauty. We couldn't run out. The one I'm talking about, of course, is Beau Rev's Lacquer Blooming Azalea. This is one of the most beautiful and interesting magnetic polishes. This one here has all the colors and shifts. It's just so cool. I love, love, love the blue to green shimmer in just about anything, but this is in like this deep berry magenta tone. It's just so pretty against that. And then when you pull it, you get a bright red, some blue, some purple. I mean, really rainbowy, kind of oil slicky, just really, really cool. So I knew I had to get a backup of this because it's easily one of the coolest magnetics in my collection. It's definitely the most interesting. So I definitely put this at the tops of my magnetics. Very, very pretty. This one I do show here in 4 coats. I went down with 3 coats and then magnetized the 4th coat. This next one is one that I needed to buy a backup bottle of. However, this one is not exactly the same as the original formula. This is the 2.0 formula, and there is a noticeable difference. And I'm not talking about the bottle cap change either. You may be able to spot the difference in the bottle. When I showed Matt, he said this one looks like it has more flaky, which in the bottle, it definitely looks like it could have a little bit more of a flaky payload. But the real difference is that this bottle has more of the multichromatic pigment in that jelly base, making it look like there are less flakies just because the base is a slight bit more opaque. However, on the nail, they do end up looking exactly the same. So I'm super excited about that. The only difference between these polishes, due to the extra multichromatic effect, is less coats. This one took 3 coats, whereas the original took 4 for the same opacity. So really, really excited about the new formula. This is one of my very favorite multichromatic polishes in my collection. It's one of the only ones that has flakies, and I absolutely love this polish, so I had to grab a backup when I saw this one was coming back. I was grabbing that one regardless of the change, and I'm super glad I did because it was a really good change as far as formula goes. It just made it to where you don't need as many coats for the same look. So less dry time, less wait time. So good. Just so good. So I'm super, super stoked about my purchases the past couple months, and I'm currently waiting for August's order to arrive. So I really enjoy PPU. It's one of my favorite pre-order sites to get some really cool exclusive indie polishes into my collection. But if you currently shop from PPU, what did you grab from Rewind month, if anything? I know I had a lot of the polishes that came back that month, so I was lucky not to want the whole shop. Sometimes it's really easy to get a really big wish list going, and I did still end up with a pretty sizable haul for Rewind month. There were a lot of pretty goodies that month, so I would love to hear what you got. But that about wraps it up for this one, and I hope to see you in the next one. So until next time, friends, thanks so much for hanging with me.